Alright, just leaving the lovely Cobar caravan park. Just got to backtrack a little to get some fuel. And then the next stop will be Wilcannia, my favourite spot. The town of extreme disappointment. Oh look, don't have to backtrack much. Alright, I'll juice up and then get back on the road and give you some reflections of the day. Okay, fueled up. Got a drink as well. Time to get going. The old mate there at the service station, he's trying to get juice, but he doesn't know what height he's got to fit that bloody massive rig under. Big boat on top of his 4-inch lifted F-150, F-250. Oh, a little bit nippy this morning. It says 18 degrees, but it's not. The bike has influenced its temperature sensor. Yeah, so that was a most pleasant stay. I arrived at a good time last night. Got everything set up. Did some video editing in the little camp kitchen there. In retrospect, I didn't need to buy a powered site. I bought a powered site for laptop charging. The laptop I've got is my son's school laptop and its battery life is about 20 seconds. Yeah, so I did it all in the camp kitchen and managed to get it all uploaded, which was good. I celebrated my last day working for a company. I think that's how I'm going to frame it. So today is my first day self-employed, in whichever way. It feels good. I bought a bottle of red last night and I had probably 2/3 of it. You know, drinking it straight out of the bottle. True class. I obviously don't carry crockery and cutlery and egg glasses and things, so I thought that was pretty classy. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning, like I passed out literally. Woke at 2 in the morning needing the bathroom, shook my head and went back to sleep. Yeah, I'm not sure how much GoPro battery we're going to have today. I think there's something wrong with the GoPro itself. It chews batteries like you would not believe. I put a fresh battery in it this morning, and just that short clip leaving the caravan park and getting to the service station, it had chewed half the battery. I've got three, two on board the bike are continuously charging. In the rear compartment there's a little USB dock in there. So I switched out a fresh one, and we'll just see. So today, Wilcannia is the next fuel stop, and that's in roughly 260, 259, and then Broken Hill from there, which will then take us to Yunta. I like to say Yunta, actually. It sounds less, I don't know, prone to accidentally slipping a C in front of it. Yeah, so yesterday in the saddle felt much better. Bike fitness isn't an issue this time around. I've carried it through from the last trip across, insofar as my groin is not even causing a concern. I'm able to sustain, well, 11 hours was the most, day one, without any sort of discomfort. So that's really it for me. I'm just going to sign off and keep you updated. Alright, I just thought I'd throw in a couple of notes about fuel consumption on the Rocket 3. So you may have noticed that I ride to prevailing wind conditions rather than a set speed, and I do that for two reasons. One is obviously comfort, but the second thing is, if you adjust to ride to speed and you do have significant headwinds such as the ones I've had on the trip, you'll burn the back tyre up really quickly, and you'll also burn a lot more fuel than you need to. So what I typically do is, now that I understand what the ideal cruising fuel consumption is, so the average from Perth to Brisbane was 5.6 litres per 100, and that was pretty thirsty because I had a really strong prevailing easterly, because a weather system had set itself up in the Great Australian Bight. It was a high pressure system which sets up a very strong easterly airflow. Anyhow, this time round from Brisbane, I've done 2 days, averaging 5.5. So what I typically do is try and set my speed looking at the instantaneous fuel consumption, and set it to below 5.5 litres to 100. So at the moment, and we're going uphill, it's doing 5.35. We don't have any wind conditions, so it's completely neutral. There's no headwind, tailwind, sidewind. So as we level out, in fact yesterday with a little tailwind on the level, it was down as low as 4.1, 4.05. So yeah, make your own conclusions about that, but it's a fantastically economical bike. I've really fallen in love with it. Comfortable, massive amounts of torque, the right size for me. Can certainly stretch out if I need to, and low maintenance. I kept finding myself going to take a look at the chain. I'm so used to chain driven bikes. And you sort of look at the shaft drive and you tick the box, yeah, maintained. We've done that for today. A little bit busier than I thought it would be. I've had the roads to myself. by and large. Alrighty, signing off. Alrighty, we're heading into Wilcannia now. About 5 kilometres to go. What a superb ride this morning was. Absolutely brilliant. It's nice to pass through these places at a different time of day, because I've only seen Wilcannia at late dusk and early morning, and everything's just a different colour. Now, I have a craving for Kransky. I'm going to say, I'll put it out there. But Wilcannia, if you've seen the first series where I rode from Perth to Brisbane, I stayed here at Wilcannia. It is the town of disappointment. I think I may have disappointed myself prematurely. There's really only one place you can buy food, and it's this roadhouse. They must airdrop food into this place. Yeah, very mild today. It's only just hit 21.5 degrees Celsius, and it is 12:15. So that's contributed to the comfort of the ride so far. Because the roads have been so smooth, my bum has got a reprieve, and I've kept moving around the bike just so I don't sit in one spot, but it's a stark contrast to how my bum feels after riding a rough road. Oh well, here we are. Beautiful Wilcannia. Once Australia's largest inland port. That's what I had as a childhood memory about this place being a substantial town. Unfortunately, it no longer is an inland port. The Darling River is not reliable, and we've now got road transport. Alright, I'm going to shut her down and get to the survey. It's just, yeah, I'm sorry, there's just nothing nice about this place. Will there be Kransky? That's the question. Of course, not all the Bowsers work. What the hell? When you see one of these rented little motorhomes with the reversing lights on, you get out of the way. Alright, shutting her down. Alright, leaving Wilcannia. Stayed there way too long. Yes, viewers, disappointment. There wasn't even a chili Kransky. So I ordered a quarter chicken with chips and gravy. Wasn't going to eat the chips. And it was pretty much guaranteed I wouldn't eat the chips when the black gravy was poured over me. So yeah, it's a Kransky free zone. Yeah, that leg, which was 267 kilometres, it only used 12.5 litres. I think you guys do the calculations of that, but that was astonishing. Alright, off to Broken Hill. I haven't seen the mile marker here, so I just want to on the side. I want to see how far it is. Oh, it's only 195. Too easy. Well, we'll see you there. Well, the landscape changed, so I thought I'd switch the camera on. Very much wondering whether that's a sand dune or sort of rocky hill. This bloke up in front, you probably can't see him. There's a truck and a Toyota Land Cruiser pulling a caravan. I've cranked the speed up, like I'm sitting on 104 GPS speed, and the bloke bloody well overtakes me. How's he towing? Must be towing at 110 k's an hour. Anyhow, switching off. Alright, leaving Broken Hill now, fueled up, a drink. Oh, I got it wrong. That's where the centre of the next zombie apocalypse. Acres of headstones. Morbid thought, I wonder how many died because of mining accidents or black lung. Oh, they wouldn't get black lung here, it's a metalliferous mine. Wow. Black headstones in this end of town. Really pleasant little town, Broken Hill. Wouldn't mind spending some time checking out all the heritage parts. No fuel for the next 200. In here I was thinking that Norseman to Baladonia and WA was the longest distance between fuel stops in Australia. I think they sold that one wrong. It's this one, 200 k's. And 193 to go. Signing off. Okay, so we're coming into the border town. This has got an interesting history. A guy by the name of Thomas Smith in 1886 had a prospect out here, and he obviously had naming rights for the town. He was courting a girl by the name of Mary Atwell. He thought it would be fun if he baked up a batch of scones and some billy tea. He was out in the bush at the time. Anyway, so he did that impromptu, rode into town on horseback with tea and scones, and unfortunately he had a bit of an incident. The horse got spooked, and tea and scones went everywhere, including his lap. And from that point on, welcome to South Australia. And that's how it got its name. Coburn. Well, this is where I'm spending the night. at Yunta, Yunta. Free camping, can't complain. Probably pitch under those trees there. I suspect there'll be a few trains coming through, and that's the main highway just there. So close to public transport, or close to transport, very close to transport. This is the pool. Doesn't look very open. Pub across the road. The Yunta Hotel. So I'm going to check that out later. Alrighty. It's just getting dirtier and dirtier. Lots of roadworks. I need to clean the tail light up at some point. It's getting used. Alright, I'll just do a really quick map recap of yesterday's journey. So it was from Kobar through to Yunta, and some of the highlights, I suppose, or lowlights. Kobar to Wilcannia was really death row for wildlife. There were lots of goats, roos, you name it, smeared across the road. Like every 500 meters there was a smear of something that had been recently picked up off the road or on the side of the road. So yeah, it was very uneventful through here to Broken Hill, and then down to Yunta. So that's where we got to. So on the grand scheme of things, you can see, yeah, approaching the halfway mark.